time in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
Welcome back to In Black America Radio with your host, Rasta B. It is June 22nd, 2018, and, a little Friday or whatever, crazy week, tragic week. We're going to be definitely dedicating this show to the Florida rapper Xxxtentacion. Today's title of the show is called Dear Black Youth, Lend Me Your Ears, because we basically just want to drop some knowledge on the youth and give them another perspective of how to look at life. You know what I mean? And we ain't speaking on some whatever shit, point fingers type shit, nothing like that. Speaking on personal experiences and speaking on the fact that for me to be 37, I had to have been 17. So the guest calling number is 646-716-4654. And as always, before we do anything, we're going to bring in my co-host, Smoke. Smoke, are you there?
Yeah.
It's good, yo.
Big Friday, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been about 3 weeks, so back in the building.
Yeah, yeah, man. This is a little crazy week right here. You know what I mean? So that's some things. Yeah.
Oh yeah. My fucking chest is fucking hurting. I feel like I got bronchitis or some shit. But I went to the doctor. They like, yo, you got like inflammation on my lung or whatever. Yeah, it's like a little virus. I had to take that shit hurt when I breathe though. I was thinking like, yo, I hope I don't got pneumonia because I don't feel sick. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I got a cold or nothing. It's like my chest feel like that. So I'm like, yo, I went to the doctor. They was like, oh, you got a little inflammation on your joint. It's gonna hurt for a while. Gave me some little medicine. It don't seem like it's working though. So I'm like, if I take another one,
you better go to the herbs, bro. You gotta go to the herbs.
I'm about to let that shit out. Yeah, my shit all flamed up and shit.
Yeah. But yeah, I drank some elderberry tea earlier. That shit ain't really do shit either, though. No. But it's all good. I mean, it's always time, too. Ain't nothing that's going to happen overnight, you know what I mean? Yeah, that shit been fucking me all week. since like Tuesday. So like 3 days, so we'll see. Yeah. It's getting better, though. So. Yeah, man. So, before we go digging in deep into the topic, I want to get into some information. Just basically get some shit off the way before we go too deep and get lost in the conversation. So let's get put some information out there in the world, right? So first thing I want to talk about is we're dealing with the U.S. debt clock again. I'm back on that, right? So I'm going to say that the savings per family actually increased from almost basically $4,000 from the last time I spoke to now it's $5,255. So that increased. And I also noticed that the corporate tax revenue, that's actually decreasing. So at the corporate tax revenue is at like 257 million or some shit, right? But that number is decreasing. So that's something to pay attention to. Everything else is pretty much increasing. Everything else is pretty much increasing. So I just found that, and the federal transfer is decreasing. Well, obviously, if it's transferring money, right? But I just found that interesting, that the corporate tax revenue is decreasing. So we're going to pay attention to that. The
tax revenue, that's increasing, but that's increasing by thousands, pretty much. Like every thousand, the thousand side of the game is moving up type shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of different revenues coming in, and it was added to the USDebtClock.org. I will say that. But that debt ain't reducing yet, though. That's increasing by the 100,000s. Well, I'll say the 10,000s. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you see the 100,000s moving so much. So that's the U.S. debt clock. The next thing I want to mention is to get a little into the politics. I want to mention how the media is lying to people with this whole Donald Trump shit. I think they really got people believing, Smoke, that Trump's not going to get that second term. And there's real outrage about the shit that's going on. Like with the illegal immigrants at the border and all kind of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They're really trying to front like it's out, like it's real.
They're trying to create now. I mean,
yeah, they create
the images that they putting out and the way the stories is being carried. You know, if you look at it and you're not really thinking through, if you're just thinking through a TV lens, like I get my information from TV, this is what it is. And, you're going to look at that and probably be, feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like they use the little girl crying, then they got like a recording of kids crying and shit. It's like, you don't even know. But if you putting a title up to it, like kids separated or, whatever it is, you can sensationalize it. But then, you always have the media spin on it.
Yeah.
And then
they said the little girl crying wasn't, that whole story not even accurate. The father came out. You know what I'm saying? But see, the reason to point that out, and this is what I want black people, to listen and understand. When you hear me talking, and you hear the rhetoric, you might be thinking to yourself, yo, where's his angle at? Where's he coming from? I'm just showing you energy, so you can understand what the real energy is. You know what I'm saying? If you constantly keep trying to make things appear a certain way, but it's not, but it's manipulated, it's manufactured, you lose credit over the whole thing. You understand what I'm saying? If a young lady gets raped, right, and she lies about the rape, excuse me, because that doesn't make sense. If a young lady says she lied about a rape, and then to find out that the rape never happened, then you discredit everything now. You see what I'm saying? Everything you're speaking on, everything you're trying to do, things of this nature, it ends up becoming a problem. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is, as they keep on trying to push an agenda and trying to paint the administration in a bad light, stories don't stick. It strengthens the people. You see what I'm saying? It strengthens them to stand by Trump. So when I'm seeing black people cheering this on and feeding into this stupid shit, I keep saying you're aligning yourself to a losing battle. Now I'm gonna show you two things, Smoke, and all of this is important because it all ties back into the topic. You see what I'm saying? It could be like choosing and losing battles. So we're gonna talk about Dennis Hoff, right? Dennis Hoff is a pimp, white dude. He got the Bunny Ranch or some shit, right? This guy, all right, so let me read the story. He styles himself as America's best-known pimp. a strip club owner who runs multiple brothels and looks set to win a seat as a Republican in the Nevada legislation with the blessings of many conservative Christian voters. Meet Dennis Hoff, whose political rise reflects fundamental change in electoral norms that have rolled the Republican Party and upended American politics during the era of President Donald Trump. This really is the Trump movement, Hoff, 71, told Reuters in an interview at Moonlight Bunny Ranch. His brothel near Carson City in northern Nevada that was featured on the HBO reality TV show Cat House. People will set aside for a moment their moral beliefs, their religious beliefs, to get somebody that is honest in office, he says. Trump is the trailblazer. He is the Christopher Columbus of honest politics, right? And then you can go on and on and on and assume what else is being said, right? But the point I want to highlight is evangelicals are backing a pimp, right? Now watch this, Smoke. This is MSNBC Morning Joe. This is Joe Scarborough talking, and the title of this YouTube clip is called GOP and White House Know Something Has Gone Wrong. Now watch this.
That so many Republicans still support this depraved man and his malignant movement could actually be the most damning element of this tragic American tale. And the question remains, after this, I'm not saying people should support Hillary Clinton. I'm very conservative. I'm for.
Wait, now watch this. This is a white dude. Now this is the question he asked us, Smoke. How can basically his supporters, white people, support Trump and what he stands for and what he's doing, and basically how it looks in polite society? How could you support this, right? Now he's about to tell you how conservative he is. So you got to pay attention to this. So let's use conservative and switch that for racist. So he's saying, I don't understand how anybody can support what Donald Trump is doing and how he's separating these children. Like, this shit is just mad disrespectful, right? Then turns around and say, now I'm as racist as the next racist. I share racist views, right? And they're going to go right back to it. And it goes over our head every time. But watch him say that.
More conservative than anybody around this table on immigration. People watching this show would not like how conservative I am on immigration, or how conservative I am on entitlement reform, or how conservative I am on social issues, or how conservative I am on the economy. But Yamish, this so transcends ideology. I have no idea how anybody can still support this man after what we've seen this week. Well, this week was...
Well, now before we let Yamish talk, that's a black woman. I want to go back to what
worse than me.
Right.
Worse than me.
He's like, so how you can support this man and what he's doing with the immigration situation, but made a point to tell you how I'm so conservative. If I really told you how I felt, I'll piss everybody off on the table.
This nigga like,
that's how conservative
y'all don't fuck with me, but y'all fuck with him.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
yeah, that's crazy.
I'm listening to the shit. What happened is it goes over our head because we're too busy looking for the good white people. You see what I'm saying? So when you hear somebody say, oh my God, Donald Trump, I can't believe he's doing this. This is disgusting. He is so embarrassing. Then we're like, yeah, this is a good white person. This is an ally. Then he turns around and say, I mean, I'm just as conservative. I'm not saying vote for Hillary Clinton. I'm not saying I'm just as conservative as the next conservative. I'm so conservative. If I let you know how I really feel, it will piss people off. So my viewpoint, like you is probably more radical than Donald Trump's. But what he's doing with the children at the border, that just crossed the line. You can't your viewpoint, your ideology, you gotta put that to the side because that's what he's doing is too crazy. So basically, you're aligning yourself up with the fucking enemy. He's telling you everything that could benefit you, I'm against. When it comes to these children crying, oh, we can work on that emotional shit all day, black people. But when they get into politics, it's gonna fuck you over. Oh, you know what side I'm on. I'm on the side that's gonna fuck you up. But on some emotional shit, oh, we could hug. We could hug instead of Now watch what the sisters say. Now the white dude finished talking, right? Now watch what the sisters say now.
Really the biggest test of loyalty for hardened Trump supporters who have followed this president and supported him through scandal after scandal after scandal. I just came back from Minnesota and a rally that he had in Duluth, and people were supporting him more than ever. And they're not rare. I've had so many people who were representative of a Quincy University poll that was released this week that said 55% of Republicans support the policy of separating children. So Republicans as a whole were backing him, or people calling themselves Republicans. And when I was in Minnesota talking to people, I was getting stories from people that said that these children, yes, young children who are now being detained, that they need to be taught a lesson and that they are being taught by their parents to break U.S. laws, and as a result, they deserve to be in these detention facilities. They deserve to be traumatized, essentially, and be away from their parents. And even after the president signed the executive order, when I asked people afterwards, what do you make of the president's policy now? They were saying, well, he's caving into pressure, and that he really should stick to his guns on this issue because people are, quote unquote, infecting America. A lot of them cast this as really defending American culture as something of being white, frankly, of looking at America and saying, we don't need these brown people in our country. And I was in some ways surprised by this, but also in some ways we know that Trump supporters have stuck with him in the long term through all sorts of things, but this was kind of stunning in some ways. It is stunning, and we have so much more still ahead on Morning Joe.
Yeah, so it's so stunning, right, Smoke? That's stunning that these white people is for Trump. That's what's stunning, right? But I just read you that evangelicals who overwhelmingly support Trump supports a pimp named Dennis Hoff.
So is worried about their agenda.
Exactly. They weren't about their agenda. And we weren't about emotional shit. And we allowing white people, right? Because it's a divide amongst white America. Like there's always a divide amongst white America. And the divide of white America is the overt versus the covert. That's the divide in America. The overt versus the covert. Overt is like, yo, we sick of hiding. We want to show who we really is. Then you got the covert, like Joe Scarborough, who will tell you, oh, no, this is disgusting. I totally agree. You cannot separate the children from their family, yada, yada, yada. But then in the same breath tell you that he is a strict, stern conservative, and so conservative that if he lets you know how conservative he is, he will piss everybody off at this fucking table. So he's a covert. He's telling you he's a covert. And he's mad. And then the sister said she's at the Duluth rally in Minnesota speaking to the overts. And the overts are saying, yo, them kids need to learn a lesson. If their parents teaching them to break our laws. Our country is being infested. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's really going on. And here go black people, silly asses. Instead of protecting yourself, you choose not to protect yourself. You choose to hedge your bet that good white folks won't save the day. You want to hedge your bet on that. Boy, y'all gonna be some shock black people when he get that second term. That's what I said.
Yeah, I mean, you always see the strategy when we're involved. Pretty much, it's like we have to bring in, the media always brings in that emotional story, and then it's like from there we attach on to that, and then we all start falling into whatever agenda that they speaking on. So you notice that from us is like, all right, this start happening. Then you start hearing people repeating like some of the same phrases, that was on a show or CNN or a meme or something like that. And so we are just attached on to it. Whereas the other groups, they may speak on it and have things to say about it, but it's more so about the agenda. Who and what is going to occur? We're going to vote for you to get our needs met. Whereas we are just a tool for people, for the politicians. So when they need votes to be taken over the top, they appeal to us emotionally, and we always react to it, and pretty much take their.
You know what the number one emotional strategy for voting is? Your people died for this. Your people died for this, right? You better go out there and vote. Your people died for this. Here we go. That's right.
You can't beat that one.
Yeah, and it's like, yo, you didn't even learn how to use your vote. They didn't even teach you. Yeah, they didn't even teach you how to use your vote. They didn't even teach you how to use your vote. They didn't teach you the power of your vote. They didn't teach you to strategize. Nothing. They told you go out there and vote because your people died for the right to vote. So how you gonna vote, little nigga? Democrat. Good.
All right. It's like that sentiment of our people died, and then we go and just check off the shit. Like, what'd you say? Which one? It's like, all right, come on, man. It's like to even just if you think of it like that, it's like that's a disgrace. You know what I'm saying? But it's just more so that we.
It could be a Republican, fucking white candidate for your district that's pro-marijuana, right? Decriminalization. And a black Democrat against legalizing marijuana. And your district have a high case of police harassing blacks for herb and incarcerating us for herb. And we will vote for the black Democrat.
All right.
Who's telling us he won't decriminalize the weed that's locking you up. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't have an agenda. So we don't care about what we can get out of you. Because they're using us.
Right.
And in turn, we're supposed to use them. We don't even care about what we're getting out of them. We'll just allow them to use us. And it's like, why wouldn't you pick the one that was for the marijuana, pro-marijuana? He was going to decriminalize it. That could have rolled around with 4 ounces, and, that's the root. He a Republican. They racist. And it's like, no, man. Both sides are against us. And we're
that won't even be a point.
But watch, we're going to learn how much the Democrats is against us once Trump gets that second term. Watch, because then you're going to hear them ramp up. No more identity politics. We need to get back that white working class vote. And they're going to disregard black people. Now, I've been telling y'all during the election, when Donald Trump wasn't even a Republican nominee, I told you not only is Donald Trump going to get the nomination, he was going to win. And I told you after him it's going to be 2-term. He's going to have 2 terms, and after him is going to be a 1-term Republican before the Democrats get back into power. So he already got the nomination. He already got became president. And now he's ramping up doing what he got to do for the second term. And when that second term come in, then maybe you'll say, yo, I think this guy's on to something. I'm not guessing. It's a whole, I don't see what y'all don't see. But I'm not guessing. And all this shit affects the black people. Go ahead, man.
It's not really a Democratic candidate yet anyway. So to just being realistic is like when you look at the Democratic side, they're not even ready to put somebody out there. You know what I'm saying? You had the people suggesting, Oprah should run for president. Oh, this one should run for president. You know, it's like you had like just normal folks suggesting people to run, but there's no major candidate now to really get their message out there. I mean, it's still time, but I mean, you would think that they'd have somebody up on deck, and they don't. So I mean, that coupled with what's happening, it looks like almost a definite. I mean, the process gotta go, but yeah, I don't see otherwise.
No, but that's my whole point I'm making. It's like, see, I can't. Sometimes I can't even explain what I be thinking. You know what I'm saying? But it's like the thing about white people, man. I guess you could say the good thing about white people. They're not clever. They would do the same shit. If it works, they would do the same shit over and over again. They would do the same shit over and over and over. And over. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not doing nothing outside their nature. 37 years on this earth, 37 years studying the whites. They do the same thing that's in their nature. You think I'm lying? Study their history. Everything they're doing now, they was doing that shit in dark Europe. When everybody else had civilizations. And they was out there burning for chlamydia and gonorrhea and all kind of shit like that. It wasn't Africans and shit running around getting with fucking syphilis. That was Europeans. They brought these diseases.
The Dark Ages.
Now, yeah. I like to call it the White Ages. You know what I'm saying? Fucking out of here, you know what I'm saying? So that shit, the light was so bright it blinded their ass. Them niggas ain't even know shit. You know what I'm saying? That blackness had to come inside there, man, and cool their eyes down and let them see what it is. Because they were living backwards, like straight savages. You know what I'm saying? And because of humanity tried to rise them up. But this is who they is. They're not changing. When you look at mortgages and shit like that, that's in their history. When you looking up tribal wars and all this shit, that's in their history. I don't know where these Hebrews get that tribal shit from. That's European shit. Check the etymology of the word. That shit run down to Europe. When it comes to rape and prostitution and landlords and all kind of shit, that's they shit. And when it comes to the shit they got them little migrant kids in, you know what they got them in? They got them in schools, man. And you know what them schools are? To indoctrinate them into society. They did the same shit to the so-called Native Americans. They did that to their children. They used to snatch their kids, send them to what? The same shit they send their kids to, boarding school. Same shit, Smoke. That's what they do to their children. They'll ship their kids off to boarding school. That's the same shit they're doing to these Central American kids. We keep calling them Mexicans, but they're not Mexicans. These aren't Mexicans crossing the border. You know what I'm saying? These are South Americans. And black people so fucking stupid, we're not even asking ourselves, why are these Spanish-speaking people not camping out in Mexico? Why are they not trying to get work in Mexico? It's a Spanish-speaking country. Mexico got an economy. You know what I'm saying? They got a strong economy for what they're doing out there. But what they're not going to tell you is Mexico got an immigration policy too. That's why they're passing through Mexico to get to the United States. Because that's the one who immigration policy is weak. But everybody else got strong. Yeah, everybody else got strong shit. They feel strong. You see what I'm saying? So we're not even understanding the game that's being played. I can understand. Yeah, well, let me just keep it right there. We're not even understanding the game that's being played because, and I put this on Facebook, everybody that's shedding tears for the situation going on at the border better be shedding the same tears when they start attacking the Haitians. Because you know they got to kick the Haitians out, right? Everybody forgot that. They got to kick the Haitians out, too. So when they out there rounding the Haitians up, I want to hear black people have that same fucking energy. Because you know how we do. You know what I'm saying? We'll pray for France. You know what I'm saying? And don't say shit about Haiti.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know how we'll do. You know what I'm saying? We'll watch, the king and, the prince and, the wedding, the royal wedding. But don't give a fuck about what's going on in Montego Bay in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we're weird like that. We're weird like that. You know what I'm saying?
Sad, man. That shit's sad. It's like, I laugh, but it's like, it's just that taint of self-hatred. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you'll see the so-called most conscious people say shit like that. It ain't to say like, I don't even want to say that conscious, but just, you just see that all around where it's just people, tainted with just hate of ourselves, man. And, you got the story up there of Triple X and, things that happen with him. We'll probably get into that later, but yeah, we hate ourselves. We hate our youth. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it just come out in the shit we saying, our art, you know what I mean, our work, you know what I mean, you see that.
Yeah.
So that shit's just crazy.
But I think a lot of that hate, because we really could just dive right into the youth right now, you know what I'm saying? Let's call in number 646-716-4654. This is In Black America Radio. The title, Dear Black Youth, Lend Me Your Ears. But, the youth, yeah, man. See, what happened with the youth is this. This is the real tragedy of the black youth. The black youth is held to the standards of an adult. And adults is treated like they're children. They get excuses. They can make as much fucking mistakes as they want. They get passes and all that shit. But a child is on the standard of an adult. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you see so many kids out there running away, getting kicked out the house. You know what I'm saying? And things of this nature. And it's like, damn, these is children. Right. You know what I'm saying? Then the most important tragedy when it comes to the youth, the real important tragedy that happens, the parents ain't leave them shit. So when I'm getting older now, you see what I'm saying? You're not grooming me into shit. You're not raising me up into shit. It's like you here and I'm here. And that's it. We're just growing together. So then I start to look into the streets. The streets is just society. That's all the streets is. Society. Whatever society promotes, that's what's in the streets. So now I'm seeing all the fuckery going on in the streets, but I'm seeing the fuckery is being rewarded. So if I want to get money, I can't look to my pops. Because if he ain't there, he can't give me shit. He ain't got shit. He got to work. So he can't give me shit. But I'm learning from him. That's what really pushes a lot of them kids out. They watching their families struggle, and they like, yo, I ain't trying to be like that. Yo, I ain't trying to be struggling when I get my parents' age. So they're going to get it how they live. So as you getting it how you live, because everybody green first, everybody naive, you got to learn to hate your people. You got to learn. So then what happened is, as you committing your little crimes and you following everybody, you develop that hatred, because you got to understand it's my group of young individuals, because it don't matter whether you're a boy or a girl, versus another group of young individuals, and nobody had nothing to do. When you sit them in front of TV, kill a nigga, shoot a nigga, fuck a bitch. When they play their music, I shoot you, I kill you, I rob you. If I'm playing video games, if I'm doing everything, it's showing, even subconsciously, murk black people. It's all good to kill blacks. So then you, as a black person, living amongst black people, a lot of us know you can't, when you get that aggression about you, you ain't turning on no white people. You ain't turning on no cops. You're going to turn it back on your own people. So then we have this explosion within our own community, right? When this explosion happens, within this explosion, there's still fucking going on. You see what I'm saying? And there's still babies being born within all that confusion. So then you have children growing up now within that confusion, and it becomes normal. So it's normal to watch the war amongst black men. It's normal to watch the war between black women. It's normal to watch the war between black men and black women. It's normal to see niggas just posted up on the corner, pants hanging off their fucking ass and shit like that, not doing nothing. See what I'm saying? You're not even embarrassed enough to say, let me take my not doing nothing ass in the house. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to think I was just outside all day. Now, niggas would be up 8 o'clock in the morning, you see them outside. You know what I'm saying? All the way to 9 o'clock at night. They outside, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you ain't doing shit. So these kids, like me, I'm real strict on, I don't want my son sitting around, like when they see me getting up to go to work, you know what I'm saying? But, nah, I wouldn't want my son seeing just an image of a man just not doing shit, because it get normal. And then you start to think that that's how it's supposed to be, and it's not. But these boys don't have, because remember, the man is supposed to create the economy. He's supposed to push that forward, create business and shit like that. When you create shit, that gives your child a different way of looking at life. For example, if you own property, you own a home, when your child gets older, your child not going to look at it, yo, I got to get an apartment. I hope my credit good so I can get an apartment. Why would I say that? If I know my father got like 7 homes. or own, you know what I'm saying, or own some type of property that I could live in. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I be thinking about an apartment? That don't even make sense. But if you come from a situation where they're not offering that, your mom and them live in an apartment, you live in an apartment, it's time for you to move out, so you looking for a new apartment and all kind of shit, that's going to be that, and that's normal to you. So when these kids is growing up and they're constantly seeing this war, they get normalized in kindergarten and first grade to go to war with each other. So as we warring with each other, what we're really doing is eating each other. And when you're eating black flesh, it's no different than a cow eating a cow. Eventually it's going to mess with your nervous system. It's going to mess with your brain and your mind. You see what I'm saying? And you're going to have mad cow disease. Then that's why these young boys now can sit there and take a life with no rhyme, no reason, go online, show off and brag for likes and attention. So it's like, what was the purpose of you taking this man's life? This young man's life, so you can go on social media for a couple of days and feel good about yourself? Because now you ain't coming home. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Well, really and truly, the one that got caught, the whatever, I don't even want to call that little nigga name, you know what I'm saying? But the old boy who got caught, he talking, you know what I'm saying? He talking, so it's like,
yeah. So we talking about Triple X. Let's just read the little story real quick from the article, rather. So this is from CNN or whatever. So rapper Xxxtentacion was shot and killed during an apparent robbery Monday in Broward County, Florida. The 20-year-old rapper, whose real name was Jose Onfroy, was leaving a motorsports store shortly before 4 p.m. when two men in a dark-colored SUV shot and killed him in apparent robbery, said Kayla Conception, Broward County Sheriff's Department Public Information Officer. So one of the guys got caught. We ain't even really got to give him light, but he been arrested. He been arrested for for murder, and they're saying that his role in the killing was he was driving the car that blocked X's car. So he drove up, blocked it. Two guys hopped out, and then pretty much what happened. A couple of places I saw, was just reading on it. They were saying that it was a struggle there. So, I don't know if they try to grab it or whatever. He struggled for it, and that's when the shooting happened. But
what's the name to that too? DJ Academics was saying that shit on his page. He was like, he basically fought them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was thinking about what the witness said, and I was like, wow, if that's just true, how crazy is that while he fighting these niggas, you know what I'm saying, basically fighting for his fucking life, his uncle, who, again, I don't know the nigga age or whatever, you know what I'm saying, but that's your family, runs. You know what I'm saying? So at the very least, it's like if the next fighter could have came out there and boxed up a couple, you know what I mean? At least once the other one ran, because they seen it's 2 and 2 now, the driver not going to get out the car. Right. The driver stayed in the car. He wasn't going to get out that car. He's going to stay right there. So now it's 2 up. even with the burners, 2 up. The other dude would have ran, and the one with the burner would have ran. You see what I'm saying? But with you fighting, and remember I said that to you the other day. I was like, the only reason why they killed them because they were scared. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's how the murder robberies normally go down. You know what I'm saying? You fight, and the nigga's scared, so he shoots you. You know what I'm saying? Because the nigga pussy. He pussy. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So.
Yeah.
When that part of the movie came out, I wasn't shocked. I wasn't shocked at all, you know what I'm saying?
They were saying that, like, when son was in the motorcycle store, them niggas came in there. They walked past him. Pretty much like, oh, that's him, pretty much. Oh, that's him. All right. Went back outside and pretty much lined them up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it reminds me when I had went to Miami with my girl, and we don't got no children at the time, you know what I'm saying? So she's 30, so I'm 32. We inside of a Infinity truck, right? And we pulling up, we at the gas station and shit, putting gas in the car and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And she coming out all light in the ass. Oh, I'm having such a great day, and la 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 la. And I'm looking at her like, yo, just get in the car and relax, yo. You know what I'm saying? And she like, yo, why you always got an attitude? And I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to be a victim of somebody's fucking state. You know what I'm saying? I know the game. You know what I'm saying? I know what it is. And I'm like, yo, we out here. We got out-of-state tags and shit, yo. Like, hell fucking no. Like, yo, be easy. You want to talk all of that light shit? Let's talk that in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like, but outside in public, like, come on, man, this be easy. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Like, that's me. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. So then when you hear shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Same thing I told her we was inside the extended stay before we moved into the house. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't some sweet shit. The people inside here, they ain't in here because they waiting for their house to get fixed up by the contractor before they move in. These niggas inside here for totally different other reasons. So you don't understand the stress. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta know people, you gotta watch people. You gotta know how to read people, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the difference between life and death in a lot of cases, you know what I'm saying? But again, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, a lot of that shit is because, in my opinion, we have no economy. So what happened is, eating each other is how we get food. So everything turned into a dog-eat-dog situation. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I could sit there and be like, yo, I could get a job at this factory or this tire shop or some shit like that. The only way a lot of these young niggas know how to get money is to rob, steal, and kill. You know what I'm saying? How they knowing about rob, steal, and kill? Because when you listen to your fucking music, these rich-ass fucking rappers, before the chains and all kind of shit, the girls, the cars, and they living that life, and you watching and you idolizing them, wishing you was them, what they telling you? I used to kick in doors, taking flat screen TV, selling them shit. I'm selling crack on the block all day, making money. I just shot at my ops. You know what I'm saying? So then you sitting over here listening to that shit all fucking day, and you thinking to yourself, yo, if that's how they got put on you, I want to do that same shit. I want to do that same shit. Yo, my nigga, I'm drinking lean. Yo, they getting lean to get right. Let's get that lean. I'm trying to be back on their level. Because if I'm on their level, then I'll be on their level in real life, and I'll be able to get that money and the chain and all the other shit. People will know me. People will like me. They'll give me views. That sounds like somebody who needs attention.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I come from the era, or I should say we come from the era, you didn't want to be on Front Street. You didn't want to be the man. Everybody wanted to be the silent partner. I don't want everybody knowing I got the bread. You know what I'm saying? You ain't want to be out there in Front Street. Now, that's all these niggas want to be in Front Street. They want attention. They want attention
you see
because
that. You see that with the story. You see that with the story. You know, they rob X, take his money, and then you know the internet is like the new detectives. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now you see all of these posts of them flashing big wads of money afterward, them actually with the book bag, and it's like, you know, I mean, we don't want to like promote criminality, but if you gonna do a crime like that, why would you even go post some shit like that to put yourself or give evidence of you doing something illegal? That's wrong. You killed somebody.
How about this?
Like, why would you?
How about this?
Why would you do that? But that plays into your point
somebody, But listen, how you rob somebody, you kill somebody, and you go on Instagram promoting your music? It makes no sense. I saw a video like that too. The niggas talking, and then that's when one of them was like, "Yo, y'all stupid. Y'all showed the bag in y'all shit." The nigga gonna say, "Shut up, or we shoot you too." And I'm like, "Yo, am I really watching this?" Yeah, you gotta check that one out. That one right there, that's the crazy one. Because the other two niggas, it ain't the one that they got arrested.
It's the other two. Okay.
It's the other two niggas. And they got songs. They got songs. You understand what I'm saying? They think that that's how they're gonna promote themselves. You got the other nigga, the TK nigga. This dude's in fucking jail and prison and shit like that, and they really think this is promotion. You see what I'm saying? You got the other nigga, 22 G's. He home. But damn, y'all niggas is taking penitentiary chances for a record deal. Like, to be a slave to a company. Like, this shit don't even fucking make sense. This shit don't even make sense. See, so what I want the youth to understand is your life just fucking begins when you turn 18. You see what I'm saying? So that's one. Right. That's when it begins, because that's when the safety net and all that shit is over. You're supposed to be putting that work in. You see what I'm saying? You're supposed to be putting that work in. I don't want to say you're supposed to be figuring out what you want to do in life. You should have been figuring that shit out at 10 years old. That's failure on your parents. But at 18, that's when your shit begins. So when you turn 25 years old, you're not supposed to be at the peak of shit. You ain't at the peak of shit. You don't even know nothing. You 25, you don't know shit. You still trying to figure shit out. At 18, that's when the shit starts. See, but the way the game got it fucked up at, they got the youth thinking they're supposed to be multi-millionaires, balling, wearing Gucci from head to toe at fucking 19 and 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? 21 years old, they supposed to have hundreds of $1 million in their account. Bitch ass nigga. Nigga, you out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't shit. You ain't got no fucking a Gucci belt and all kind of stupid shit. And it's like, no. You're supposed to be studying. You're supposed to be getting the degrees that you need for your career. You're supposed to be putting in work. You're supposed to be, at the very least, working, busting your ass, aggressive stock options for your 401k, maxing your shit out. You're supposed to be applying to be a firefighter, going into the army, or fucking being a truck driver or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You young, you don't got no children and shit like that. You're supposed to be putting in work. What are you talking about? Life don't stop at fucking 30. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you have to understand that the decisions that you make, them shit's going to affect you when you get older, because all the shit you don't do in your 20s and all the bullshit you did in your 30s, guess what? You ain't going to be able to go back in time and fix none of that shit. Your ass is going to be 40 years old, fucked up in the game because you wasted 20 years. And even if you catch your ass and you're trying to do better, guess what? By the time you blink your eyes, you're going to be 50. You're going to be 50 years old, working, trying to get your shit together. Now you're going on 60 years old, trying to get your shit together. Now you don't got enough money for when the government cuts you that check. You see what I'm saying? You ain't going to have enough money because you ain't worked long enough. So now you have to work because you don't have no income. Because when you was in your 20s and your 30s, you wanted to get high and drink and party and live the life and fucking all the girls and getting fucked by all the dudes and flying out places and woo, everything's all fun and games. Living the life. And then you blink your fucking eyes, you blink your eyes and shit like that, and you find out your ass is getting older. All them niggas that was in your face ain't there no more. All them chicks smiling up all in your face, they ain't there no more. Now you hunting for somebody because you don't want to be alone. You don't want to be lonely. Yeah. All of that is a reflection of your past. All that shit, I call it you missed your bus. The bus came, you thought you so fucking high and mighty and shit like that. You let them buses pass by you and shit like that. Now the bus is getting longer and longer to come. Now you're getting desperate. You don't want to walk.
Oh, God. Yo, I was just listening to your flow pretty much, but I mean, you're right. That time goes by quick, man. You gotta have the shit instilled in you, but before you know it, man, you out of here, man. And it's a constant cycle, you know what I'm saying, for us in our communities, you know what I'm saying? Kids come up, regardless of what the life is, you could have anywhere from horrible life coming out onto a good life, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's a lot of time wasted, a lot of materialism, and then we end up not leaving anything for the next generation. So, I mean, this is like one of the examples with the gangsterism and fucking, all of the street shit. But, yeah, man, you was hitting the nail on the head on that one, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, that's what it is. Yo, life, man, like, the most important part of life is time. And you can't get that shit back. You know what I'm saying? So when you sitting out here now and you wasting time, that's the most precious shit you got. So when you sitting over here now at 10 years old and you just living, you know what I'm saying? So now you turn 13. So first what happened is you 9. Then you turn 10. That's the first time you get your double digits. Then you turn 13. That's the first time teen is attached to you. You see what I'm saying? That's when you really start feeling yourself. 15, that's when you lock in now. Now you locked in. I'm no longer a child. Because 13, you're still connected to childhood. You see what I'm saying? 15, I'm no longer a child. Then you get into 16, 17, 18, you're supposed to be out the crib. That's American, the Black American way. You know what I'm saying? So now that's legally an adult at 18.
All right.
So from 13 to at least 18, while you don't got to pay rent, you don't got to work, you know what I'm saying? Use that time. How many years is that? What I said, 13 to what? To 18, so that's 5 years. Use that time, that 5 years, and figure out what you want to do. Study, learn, open your fucking mind and learn. Don't learn about stupid shit that's going to have your ass in some youth detention center because you want to rob, steal, and shit like that and steal cars and all kind of shit like that. Nah. when you making moves, your moves you always have to say to yourself, how is this action I'm doing today going to affect my tomorrow? Do not follow that stupid-ass ideology of I'm living for today. That's a dumb ideology. Living for today means you're walking in place. Because if you move forward, that's the future. And you can't walk backwards because that's the past. So you living for today means you're walking in place. And you get everything at that second. You know what I'm saying? You get everything at that second. When you live for the future and you know that you have a fucking future, then you watch everything that you do today. Because you know you might need it down the line. But if you don't think like that, then you're going to box in the fucking car with a rapper in it, jump out to steal his fucking bag with money in it, kill him, jump in the car, post the shit, and brag about the shit, and spend the rest of your fucking life in jail because you thought about today. If you think about down the line, you will say to yourself, yeah, but what the fuck is robbing this nigga? How is this going to help me down the line? What if we get caught? We live in a fucking society where everything's on camera. And they got the whole shit on camera, Smoke. They got the whole shit on camera. The whole fucking play is on camera. Like, there's no snitching, there's no nothing. The whole play is on fucking camera. So if you know you live in a society where everything is with got heavy surveillance, or whatever, cameras and shit, you would say to yourself, yo, why are we robbing somebody broad daylight? Too much cameras out here for that shit, yo. If you want to be on some criminal shit, we got to think of another way to get some bread, Joe, because everything got camera. So doing this crime here is going to lead to jail. and I don't do crime that I know are going to lead me to jail. I like to get away with crime. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, think down the line. But for you to sit there and only think for today, yeah, that shit ain't going to work, man. And as they keep filling up all of you black men in prison, and filling up all of you black women in prison, and filling up the black youth and these youth authorities, they have y'all, ironically, in the same fucking places that they have the immigrants at the border. The only difference is nobody give a fuck about y'all being in there. Y'all going to be in there longer. That's the difference. They doping y'all up with drugs. They putting shit in your food. All of that shit, them chemicals, you belong to the fucking state now. You are a slave. So when you, young black boy, young black girl, and young adults, when y'all committing these crimes and shit like that because y'all following coons on TV that's disguised as rappers, and they're musically influencing you to commit these crimes and shit that's leading you into these prisons, understand that you're now a slave. Nobody kidnapped you and forced you into slavery. You did that to you. And that's what's happening to the black youth. And y'all do that shit because we have no economy. And ain't nothing more scary, Smoke. And I know you can relate because we both from Brooklyn. Living in a fucking community. And tell me if you ever thought about this, Smoke. Living in a community as a child, and every business around you is owned by people that don't look like you, and you know wouldn't hire you. But you're old enough to work.
That's it. It's like, just speaking for myself, you know that they not gonna hire you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just start doing other shit. You know what I'm saying? As an adult, looking back on it, it's like
that should be a situation that shouldn't be happening.
Exactly.
It shouldn't be and the thing is like, if you have like, you in the black community, you have, let's say, an Arab store. Some people that Arab, they own the stores there. You know what I'm saying? You would say, okay, well, that wouldn't be a problem if you go to an Arab community and there's a black store in there. You're like, oh, yeah, I know over there, a lot of Arabs, we got stores over there. They got stores over there, whatever. But then you go to their communities, you don't see a drop of any black people making money. If anything, we paying them for whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's not a normal occurrence. You know what I'm saying? And so to see that, it's like a sad reality because nothing has changed from when I was a kid till now. You know what I'm saying? In regards to that. And, anybody
you gotta remember this too. You gotta remember this too, Smoke. Now put your son into the mix, right? You living in Brooklyn. Your son get working age. The first thing you're gonna tell your son is what? Go out there and look for a job. But what you just said earlier, when you was young, you knew they wasn't gonna hire you. So if you as a child know they're not gonna hire me, and then as an adult you tell your son, go out there and look for a job, what do you think that's gonna happen next? You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be a negative outcome, meaning even the mind frame. Because if you know confidence you can't get work,
confidence is shot. Once you don't got that rejection. Like, damn, I don't went to all the businesses in my area that I can get to without having a car, and they ain't none of them hiring me. You know what I'm saying?
None of them hiring me.
Is gone right there. You don't want to look for a job no more. You don't want that. You're like, fuck it.
Look, you're not gonna look for a job, but your homie tell you, I got some weed. You want to sell weed? You see what I'm saying? Now you out here selling weed and shit, and guess what? You're getting some bread.
Oh.
See, nobody want to ask the question of how the boys them getting caught up into the shit. Nobody want to ask that question. Really, what happened? And they're gonna have to answer too. You know what I'm saying? The youth, all y'all 20-year-old niggas, y'all gonna have to answer the questions too. Cause I was 20. And we was looking up at our 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds like, yo, what the fuck, man? How y'all let this happen to us? You know what I'm saying? Now, we the ones. We the 30s and the 40s now. And we got to answer to them now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling y'all what the answer is. We need to build a fucking economy. We need to make everything that we buy, everything that we use, need to have a black version of it. Straight up. Because as long as we don't have an economy, we are going to continuously fail in this country. All of that, the father not in the house, no marriage, look at the black youth, and none of that means nothing. None of that means nothing. Teen pregnancy. Let me tell you, if we had a black economy, every teenage girl could be pregnant in our community. And our community would not fail if we had an economy.
All right.
Look, not having the economy, every teenage girl in the community don't have to have a baby and never have a baby. And our community would still fail. Straight up. Look at the stats, write it down, and you can come with your own formulation. Still fail. We need an economy. That's why the black youth is out of control. The black youth is not out of control because they wild. The black youth is not out of control because they ain't got no fathers. Because guess what? All the fathers that's not in the house, within the black community, all them same boys would go outside and look for a job. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I need a stock boy. Yeah, you hired. You know what I'm saying? It'd be the same shit, but I got a job now. You know what I'm saying? Instead of me risking my life, risking my freedom. But no, you got boys out here now grown, ready to be productive to do something, but there's no opportunity to do it. So then the negative part of society, they're like, hey, we're hiring. We're hiring. We keep the light on. We're here all day, 24 hours, man. Whatever you need to make some bread, come down to this part of town.
Gotcha.
When you're looking at the black economy side, that's dead. It's dissolute. But when you look at the underground side, the criminal side, that shit is like, nigga, we got nothing but jobs for you. Bring your ass over here. And that's why they go over there. That's why they go over there. It's time for us to be honest. You know what I'm saying? We fell in our youth. We fell in our youth. Yeah, that little nigga that shot Xxxtentacion, that nigga was what, 22? He was born in 1996. Yeah, 1996, that's the year Tupac died. 1996, I was 15 years old. I was 15 when this nigga was born. 15 years old. Crazy. So it's like, nah, we fell in our youth, y'all. We fell in them. Because we don't got nothing to walk through. Yeah. Straight to
it's been happening. And, you know, the premise, or I don't want to say the premise, but what we always been talking about, you know, is the economy, you know what I'm saying? And we pretty much detailed that. So if we don't work towards establishing, you know, ways to keep our money, you know, that we earn inside our community so we can build them up, so we can give our kids shit to do, so they don't got time to go jack somebody or just wasting time. You know what I'm saying? So if we don't do that, then we can expect another generation. So those little young dudes that we talking about now, 15, 16, 20, 22, you know, when they are age 35, 40, 50, they're going to be saying the same thing about the next 18-year-olds and 22-year-olds. It's going to be the same continuous shit. And, you know, we got to get focused, yo, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? But we have to find ways to turn this money and keep it with us.
To give credit, though, it's not like shit was just good, you know what I'm saying? Niggas did have to recover from that crack bomb that was dropped on the black community. You know what I'm saying? They want to talk about immigrants at the border and shit, being separated by their fucking parents. That was the whole war on drugs. I remember being a kid in the late 80s, early 90s and shit like that, and watching on the news and shit, seeing police kicking in doors and shit, and black man face down on the floor and shit like that, the babies getting pulled out going to DFACs. You know what I'm saying? At the time they called it BCW. You know what I'm saying? In Brooklyn Child Welfare. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't talk to me about no child separation shit. Because nobody cares when these things continuously happen to us. We fight these shits ourselves. They don't care about our children's mental health. They talk about them kids at the border going to be traumatized. Traumatized for what?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, and I mean, and that's just shows our strength. So that's something really for us to stand on, you know, just as confidence-wise. Look at what a lot of us, or just look at the communities and how they were intentionally targeted with drugs, crime, and guns, and we still have successes. So you know that we can do it, we can survive. We riders, but it's like we have to concentrate. So that's something for the stand on. You know what I'm saying, in terms of, you know, fighting through the drug epidemic and shit, because most other people wouldn't even be here, man. They'd be done. You know what I'm saying? We strong. You know what I mean? And we just gotta take all that strength, you know, all these warrior attitudes, you know what I'm saying, and focus that shit into the right thing, man. You know what I mean? All this gangsterism, all this fake hoeing, You know what I'm saying? These chicks running around here acting crazy. All these little young niggas around here want to be a D-boy trap star and all that bullshit. That shit ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's really only gonna help you. And in some cases, you don't even get to enjoy it. You just get moped out on the street. Somebody gonna stress you out. Somebody gonna stress you out, or you in down penitentiary somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't even gonna get to enjoy that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's a mind frame that, you know, the adults gotta instill that shit in the kids, man. You can't just let little niggas go. You know what I'm saying? Think about how many times that young boy, the one who killed somebody, who killed X, well, what he went through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we could blame him for shit. Yeah. Somebody left him high and dry somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And them other kids, for them to even want to do shit like that. So they been failed. So it's like, we failing our kids all in all. We got to snatch them up. You know what I'm saying? We can start with our own, with people in the community, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's important because we see that it just continues happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, these niggas went to war with each other because they don't got shit to do. You got the other brother in Pittsburgh, Jimmy Wapo. You know what I'm saying? Right. They murked him.
What's the piece of that, bro?
Then the police come out and shit, talking about how he was terrorizing his own community and involved in multiple shootings and all kind of shit. Fuck the police. I don't listen to what they say. But also,
that was like his third time getting shot. That time right there. That was like some third time.
But my whole shit is this though. We are playing target practice with each other. You know what I'm saying? We are playing target practice with each other. Yeah, so it's just like at the end of the day, why are we playing target practice with each other? Oh, it's because we don't have a fucking economy. So what happened is, this is the underworld economy. You see? Because you need an economy. That's why the underworld got an economy. You need an economy. That's the only way for how this shit works. So the underworld got an economy, which is why everybody's attracted to the underworld. And instead of when you have a business and I have a business and I do a markdown and people see my stuff is cheaper than yours, then you turn around and you like, oh, word? Well, shit, let me do another deal on mine to get more customers from his store. You see what I'm saying? We're now say, oh, you taking customers, or you selling on my block, I'm going to kill you. Same shit they do in business. But instead of killing you with guns and bullets, they kill you with shit. I might go to my lawyer and do a cease and desist. You know what I'm saying? I might damn just do the price shit I was saying. You know? Me personally, I'm sending some goons to your shit. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, it's part of an economy. So they're just protecting their interests. You see what I'm saying? And that become a war in the streets now. But if you watch what's really going on, it's economy again. So we have to figure out how can we build an economy on the above ground, in the black mainstream. You see what I'm saying? Because the underground is thriving and is paying the majority of these black people's bills. And when I'm saying business, I don't mean service-based businesses. I'm going to keep saying that shit. We need industry-based businesses. We need factories. We need to be producing shit to sell. This is the thing about the Trump administration, and this is why you got to start acting like a fucking kid, crying about shit that you already know about. Trump is unraveling all this shit. And when somebody's unraveling shit, it ain't for you to cry about that shit. It's for you to learn each piece that's being unraveled. One thing about white people, when they don't like each other and they beefing and warring with each other like they're doing right now, they expose each other. They expose all the secrets. They're really nasty when they argue. And ain't it like that, Smoke? On the TV and shit like that, or when you're looking at shit on the movies, white people will be like, arguing and shit like that, the man and the woman, and start exposing all kind of personal shit, you know what I'm saying? Within,
they
that's
going for you.
TV.
They going for each other's throats, They going for each other's neck, but it's like to protect their interests or whatever. It's war within the people. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, you know the devil plays tricks. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. They do that same shit amongst themselves to us. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I say learn from it, because when I'm sitting over here and I'm hearing, the tariffs that Trump did is going to affect the dairy farmers. You know what I thought? I wonder if we got any black dairy farmers. Think about that. Think about you getting black dairy farmers who is providing your beef and your milk and cheese, but you know that there's no chemicals and hormones injected into the fucking cow. It's a free-range walking, you know what I mean, type animal type shit. Because that's how we operate our standards of food. Guess what, black people? We're getting the black dollar and the white dollar. We'll call it the conscious white dollar. The white person that knows their government feeds them bullshit and will look and hunt for the black-owned product. The product with the seal of the Africa map with red, gold, and green, or a black fist or something, and they'll buy it so they can guarantee their family that they're eating fresh foods with no chemicals that's going to cause them cancer. You understand what I'm saying, Smoke, if I ain't talk too complex? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you just gave an example, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, pretty much it's like you understand what's happening. You know, in your case, the dairy farmers. You say, well, how are these changes going to affect us? What are those changes? And then what you counter them. This is what I can do to counter it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, that's basically how the game works. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you get in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. So we have to think smarter when it comes to these situations. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got a lot of things going on with immigration. People getting deported. So that means there should be some other jobs up there. So some of these niggas who talking this, I need a job. Should be some extra jobs out here. A lot of these immigrants getting deported. And the narrative is that they do the jobs, right? They do most of the jobs. Right. So if that's the case, then it should be other jobs there for. And I know we were speaking economy, but for somebody who ain't doing shit, it should be a little easier for you to get a job in some big city or something like that. So, I mean, it's just ways of just analyzing what's happening and how you fit into it, how the community fits into it, and then you counter it. That's basically what it is. Yeah, because
here's another one. Well, China's going to put $50 million worth of tariffs on the shit that they import from China into America. So guess what? Since China makes a lot of shit, wouldn't this be a perfect time for you to replicate this shit here in America? So now you're competing with your prices versus China prices because China shit going to be higher now because of the tariffs. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how we got to think. That's strategy.
Because that shit is crazy.
Think about it.
I went to... a little while back, I found my son a fish tank. So I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to see if this joint work, you know what I'm saying? I want to grow some little grass in it and probably get like some fish or something. Long story short, one of the pieces that attaches onto it have like a little suction cup. It broke. So I'm like, damn, I don't want to buy a whole thing when it's just a little suction cup piece broke. So I'm looking at eBay online. I'm seeing 4 for $1. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, this one ain't even that expensive. Every time I click on one, it's Hong Kong,
Shenzhen, China, or something like that. You start finding you filter the list down to like U.S. sellers. Same 4 pieces is $4. The same 4 pieces is $4 and some change for some little suction cup that you just stick the piece in, sell it on 4 down the side. So it's like there's mad opportunities there to create shit. The tariffs is designed to, bring those prices up more competitive. You know what I'm saying? So if you could find a price point in between that, then it's like, all right, you can sell that shit all day.
But you know what?
Make money,
I was about to say that. For all the black youth listening, that's your hustle right there. You go over there and get them cheap shits from the Chinese shits, $4 for $1, like Smoke said. Go on fucking Amazon, post some shits up there, $4 a piece. That's a hustle. You flipping your bread. You ain't got to worry about police. You could be fly, flossy, have the girls. And you ain't risking penitentiary chances. You don't got to gun nobody down. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't suggest flossing. I think that's pretty tacky. Because it's like, why would you want anybody really knowing what's in your pocket or really how you living? The way I say to floss, while living your life. Be fly. And let everybody else be like, yo, I see you out there doing your thing, word, shit. You know what I mean? Like, play that shit off. You know what I'm saying? Be humble with your shit. Let them give you the compliments. You ain't got to jump in the nigga face and be like, yo, don't I look good? Nah, man, your mama taught you wrong, you know? Your mama taught you wrong. That ain't how you're supposed to move as a man. You know what I'm saying? Put your money up. Don't let everybody know what's in your pocket. That's corny. You know what I'm saying? Putting on, and ain't that some funny shit that's the same shit that the nigga Jay said? Jay-Z? Yo, that putting money to your ear. We don't call that money over here. Everybody got mad and shit. But it's like, yo, y'all doing ignorant. That doing ignorant. And then look at all the ignorant rappers. Oh, man, see, nobody listen to Jay-Z where I'm from, man. Just let the young boys, man, have fun and live their life. But that's the problem. The young boys shouldn't be having fun. The young boys should be building a fucking foundation. That's the time for you to build your foundation. When you're in your 20s, you're supposed to be building your foundation. That's not the time for you to be having quote-unquote fun. That's not the time for you to be quote-unquote living your life. Your life didn't even start yet. Your life didn't even start yet. You didn't even get to the level of living and loving life yet. You didn't even get to that part. You're still a struggling artist. You're still a starving actor. You know what I'm saying? You're not, like, if I use that analogy, you're not on the level, you're not getting paid like Denzel and everybody like that. No. You're in the beginning. You're starting. You're a rookie. So you're not going to get paid like the star athlete. You're a rookie. So you know the grind that you got to do. If we use being an athlete, a football player as an analogy, you know what I'm saying? You're going to run harder. You're going to train harder. You're going to lift. You're going to bust your ass. You're going to sweat. You see what I'm saying? Because you know if what I put in right now and I train to do is going to pay you off down the line. That's how the athletes think. You see what I'm saying? Everybody who have preparation thinks like that. Whatever I do right now, it pays off later. Everything that you watch and you enjoy, whether it's the actors, the athletes, and things of that nature, business people and things of that nature, these niggas prepare. The sad part about it, they don't really tell you they prepare. So you think it just happens. But all of that's just preparation. You know what I'm saying? So for the youth, you got to understand that it's preparation. It's time. You got all fucking day, yo. Tomorrow is promised to you. I don't follow that stupid ideology that tomorrow's not promised to you. That's stupid. That's stupid. If you walking around thinking that tomorrow's not promised to you, where's your motivation to plan for the future? You see what I'm saying? Tomorrow is promised to you. So get your shit together. because you will see tomorrow. And when tomorrow do come, what you going to have for tomorrow? Not a goddamn thing. So set your tomorrow up. If you 18 years old and you know you're going to turn 30, see, that's the psych out. The majority of young black boys won't make it to see their 21st birthday. I'm going to say 21st since Xxxtentacion died at 20. And so he didn't make it to see his 21st. But that's the psych out. Because once you live like that, and now I'm speaking on personal shit because I was these ages, that's how you live your life. You live your life calling on death. That's what these niggas don't understand. When they'll see, like, I heard people talk about, yeah, he always talk about death a lot and all kind of shit like that. Nigga, when you that age, you welcome in death. You know what I'm saying? You may not be the one that always talk about it, but guess what? You on the block and you looking up and down that block too, because what? You gotta make sure ain't nobody sneaking up on you. Somebody ain't gonna shoot you. You know what I'm saying? You may not. You know what I'm saying? You go to the club parties and shit. You watching out. You in Brooklyn. You about to take a piss around the corner. What you tell your homie? Yo, follow me. Yo, watch my back. Yo, watch my back. Hold me down. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you already know danger's always lurking. That's the reality of being black in America. Danger is always lurking. So when the damn churches now hit you with the tomorrow's not promised, we latch on to that. So what's the whole story, Smoke? Tomorrow's not promised, so I might as well live for today. I might as well enjoy my life because tomorrow's not promised. So that's that mind frame. Then you got the mind frame of, so that's that mind frame. Tomorrow's not promised. So now you just live for today. And then tomorrow comes, and then you say, well, shit, tomorrow's not promised, and you live for today. Then the next tomorrow comes. No preparation. So every tomorrow that came, you pretty much blew it away because you never prepared for it. And that's what the youth got to understand. That's what all black youth got to understand. You got to prepare for that shit. It ain't going to just come. Oh, that's what it is. You hold on to the whole notion of tomorrow's not promised, so you're just going to live for today. Then you hold on to the notion of God protects babies and fools. So you continuously do foolish ass shit because that's what you really believe in. You understand what I'm saying, Smoke? So when you believe that shit, you clinging on to that stupid shit. It ain't gonna get you nowhere. You see what I'm saying? It ain't gonna get you nowhere. What's gonna get you somewhere is something called preparation. What's going to get you somewhere is something called goals. Take out a piece of paper with a pencil, write down shit. What could you do? What you want to do? What's your plan? What's your game plan? Give me a 1 year plan. From a 1 year plan, give me a 5 year plan. From a 5 year plan, give me a 10-year plan. You see what I'm saying? And then see how you can execute that. What it is that you need. Can you do it in the environment that you live in? If you can't, what's your plans to get out there? What's your plans to relocate? You see what I'm saying? Like, you have to ask yourself these questions. You have to set this shit up for it to work. But if you hold on to ideology,
you gotta teach those. You gotta teach those thought processes. It's like, I
see, but it's the ideology. It's the ideologies, though. It's ingrained in the community. I get in arguments with people when I tell them tomorrow's promised to you. Think about that. Think about that, Smoke. I get into arguments with people. If I say, no, tomorrow is promised to you. No, it's not. No, it's not.
See, the thing is, like, people want to be technical with it. Okay, I mean, it's not promised for you tomorrow. Okay, cool, you could die. Right. But you better move like it is, because guess what? You make it to tomorrow, now you're not prepared. I'd rather be prepared than not prepared. So, yeah, you could be technical about it, but who wants to argue for a lifestyle that's going to leave you out there, that's going to leave you unprepared, that's going to leave you out in the open? Who want to live like that? That don't even make sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's like we have to kill those mentalities, man, those thought processes. That's real. That's real.
Yeah. And we pass it on to the youth. You know what I'm saying? That same ideology. So when these youth come up, because whatever you teach your children, they believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? So when the youth come up, when I was a kid growing up in a pro-black household, everything being buy black, support blacks, things of this nature, or everything that everybody want to do right now, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I really believe that by the time I became of working age, I would be working for a black company, because I saw all these black people working, like trying to build something within the Rasta community.
Right.
So I'm thinking like, yo, by the time I get older, like all this shit,
gonna be proud.
you know what I'm saying? All these years, yeah, it should be, built up enough and, ready to take on for that young generation coming up. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't work out like that. So it's like me being young, I'm thinking, yo, this shit being set up for the next generation. So what I see right now with the youth is the same shit. They're young, they're coming up, but it's like, but what's here for me? What is here for me? I live in a community where people of other ethnic groups have the business and control the wealth in my community. So there's nothing that I can do about that. I come from a community where it's hard for me to get work. I come from a community where the school system is messed up. My parents, they gave up. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like everybody is just economically deprived. So then the leaders come inside and they say, well, how can we economically revive and motivate our people economically and get some economic power, but never talk about building an economy? Why do they never talk about building an economy? Because it's a game. None of that shit's real.
You talk about the other shit. You can talk about all that other shit all day, and continue to get paid, continue to get meetings and engagements. So it's a lot of gain in that for certain people, certain individuals. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. It's like until we start having those conversations about building an economic base, an economy, an actual economy for black people, we're gonna keep having cause what we're dealing with right now is like the side effects. The murders in the community, criminality. You know what I'm saying? The troubled youth. All of this shit is a side effect of us not turning dollars in our community. So now that creates joblessness. We gotta depend on other communities to employ us, and you're not gonna be effective like that as a group. You know what I mean? Especially when you see the other models for other communities as models. Go to Chinese communities, shit is thriving. You go to these white communities, should be thriving. Fucking, the Arab community, and then it's like, you look at it within, and it's like, oh, they have businesses there, money's there, but then when you look at our community, it's totally opposite. So until we start having those conversations about, bringing our communities up through that way, we're going to keep suffering, with these side effects.
Exactly, because just like you were saying with the different economy, with the different ethnic groups and the economies, what happens is, and this is the part we don't think about, what happens is our children is growing up watching this shit. You see, nobody thinks about that shit. When you walking with your son smoke to a gas station, and there's a white woman behind there, you go, there's an Arab behind another store, there's a Chinese behind another store, there's an East Indian behind another store. Your child is growing up thinking that's normal. So when your child thinks that's normal, your child doesn't think about competing against these people because your child believes they belong there. You see what I'm saying? So even if you take this out of America, because I don't want black people that's in Jamaica or, you know what I'm saying, Europe or some shit like that, and they thinking it's like, oh, you know, I'm an immigrant, and they're talking some immigrant. No, we talking black shit. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about black people globally. You know what I'm saying? If you in Jamaica and you go into the Chinaman to buy this and the Chinaman to buy that and the Chinaman to buy this and the Chinaman to buy that and the East Indian and the Arab and the Syrian and all kind of shit like that,
right.
Respectfully, fuck you. Because it's not about you. It's the child. Look at your child. And when your child eyes is big and smiling and hi and all kind of stuff like that, and you're proud because your child's nice and can communicate with, you know what I'm saying, with an adult and shit like that, no. What your child really is doing is normalizing. Seeing other racial group of people owning the businesses in his community. So when literally, and if I'm lying, try it, the kid grows up and doesn't even think about opening these stores to compete against this Arab. He's not going to compete against Aki. He's not going to compete against the Puerto Rican. He's not going to compete against the East Indian. He's not going to compete against the Chinaman because he grew up seeing them running the businesses, so that it becomes normal for Dominicans to own all the grocery stores in your community. So if a black person opened up a grocery store, that's why we end up saying, oh, a black person with a grocery store? I wonder how that shit is. I wonder how, and you're like, yo, you didn't even ask the question about this grocery store that's ran by Dominicans, let's say in New York. You know what I'm saying? But if a black person do it, you want to question it. Why? It's not because blacks don't support blacks. It's because I've been programmed to believe we don't own shit. And I've been seeing it since a kid. We keep thinking these effects are the effects of the adults. Fuck the adults. We're dead. We're dead. The majority of us are locked into debt and slaves to the fucking system. So it's not you. You're never the fucking target. It's always going to be the children as the target. That's why they get the fucking parents at the borders, arrest their asses, snatch their kids. But what are they doing to the kids? They're indoctrinating the fucking kids. That's what they do. They're indoctrinating them. And whoever don't get fooled into the indoctrination, your ass going to be in prison. The end. Or we're going to ship your ass back to your country. The end. That's how the game goes. They've been doing that. They did it to themselves. They do it to everybody else they encounter. You see what I'm saying? But that's how the fucking game goes. Us as black Americans, we sit here. That's why a lot of black Americans might sit there back in the day and be like, I don't eat African food, or I don't eat Jamaican food, and I don't eat. And it's like, how you don't eat Jamaican food or African food, but you eat Chinese food? and they eat cat, rat, and dog. Like, that don't even make sense.
Right.
But that's because since a baby, my mother been going to the Chinese restaurant feeding me fried chicken. You know? So, you know what I'm saying? Chickens and shit. You know what I'm saying? So then when I get older, I want to go to the Chinese restaurant. And I'm seeing the Chinese restaurant. And I'm eating Chinese. So then when an African open up a store, it's like, ugh, what they eat. A Jamaican open a store, ugh, what they eat. I don't know what oxtail is, but I'll get some General Toso chicken. Who the fuck is General Toso? I don't know, but it's good. You know what I'm saying? But oxtail, what is oxtail? What is that? And it's like, yo, what the fuck is rib tip? You know what I'm saying? Are you sure that's a tip of a rib or whatever the fuck it is? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're programmed. And the programming starts with the babies, basically what I'm saying. So when your children grow up and they're hating each other and shooting at each other and killing each other, that's programming and that's design. That's what the job of the adult is, to deprogram your child. That's our job, is to deprogram. But a lot of us is programmed. So we sitting there, you know what I'm saying, bouncing with the child. We me and my son cleaning our gun, listening to 21 Savage. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, there's nobody there to stand up and say, yo, we got guidelines, man. We got guidelines. I might be too old to do it, but I'm going to instill it to my seed, yo, because I do agree with the brother, man. We need a factory. We need something where we produce something. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I produce glass bottles. I make forks, spoons, and knives, plates, and utility. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I make fucking shampoos and shit and laundry detergent. You know what I'm saying? Then you pull all these different businesses together into a Black Family Dollar franchise. And now this Black Family Dollar orders these products from these various different black vendors to fill its shelves up. Young black kid in the neighborhood now can get a job there as a cashier. You know what I'm saying? A stock boy. You know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. It's going to take time, but we got to start. Because if we don't, our kids are eating each other just to survive. They're not even doing shit. And you know when I realized that shit too, Smoke, if you remember, when the niggas ran up on 2 Chainz in L.A. and they said, yo, we out here starving, yo. We like third world country out here. And I said, damn, third world country? Yeah, they starving out here, man. They starving. It's going to get worse. Y'all know it's going to get worse. But instead of doing something, y'all rather resist, stand on the sideline, pout like a baby, instead of standing up and strategizing. But until then, until we do that, get used to watching all y'all children die. Just get used to watching them die, whether it's in the physical or in the mental or the spiritual. Because there's a lot of mentally broken people in America, black people in America. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of physically broken people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like death come in different ways. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're gonna see it regardless. Let's build something and start this process of building, so we can pass it on to our youth, so they don't have to be dependent or succumb to the ways of society that you know don't fuck with you. This is white society. They never fuck with us. So why set your children up for failure, throwing them out to the world with no protection? That makes no sense.
Yeah, we don't pass it on. It dies with us.
You already know.
That's right.
Can't give shit up from the grave. So
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we gotta give it to them so that they can execute and keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Because the one thing, like, you might have said it earlier, but I noticed you say it a lot. You know what I'm saying? It might not be with us. You know what I'm saying? It might not be with your generation or your current time frame. It might be your child or your grandchild that actually established something. But the you know, the root started with you. You know what I'm saying? So at least be that root. You know what I'm saying? Be that seed that spread out. You know what I mean? And once it start growing, it might be your grandkid. But guess what? They can always look back at you as a person who started it. You know what I'm saying? And you had that legacy.
Hell yeah, and it's all about legacy. It's all about legacy. So that's how we gotta think. We gotta stop thinking about clout chasing and fucking just, it's not even clout chasing, cooning, okay? Cooning and shucking and jiving for whitey. You just gotta stop it. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta stop it, man. It pays you a lot of money, but it's disgusting, man. You're a whore. You know what I'm saying? You're a damn whore. That's why when I get into that industry, they want to molest you and touch on you and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they know you're doing it for the money. So that makes you a whore. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into this. Yeah, but let's get into this real nation building. Not that fake nation building you hear everybody talking about. The real nation building is building your economy. But until then,